Hello everyone, welcome to the world of tomatoes, where you can get inside the head of a tomato. In this video, I'm going to be discussing credit grinding for tomatoes. My strategy for credit grinding is simple. Drive a tank destroyer. A premium tank destroyer if you can afford it, and you will print credits. The reason I recommend tank destroyers is because they usually have high penetration, so even if you're bottom tier, you can still get a lot done. The other thing about tank destroyers is you just gotta learn a few good spots on a map. Sit there and shoot people that drive in front of your gun. Now, if you get a map like Ensk or Himmelsdorf, you're not going to have a real good time, but maps like Cliff here will more than make up for that. This is my credit grinding tank of choice because of the penetration and the camo values. Those are the good points. 13 degrees of gun depression. Now the bad points, this tank cannot brawl whatsoever. Doesn't turn very fast, it doesn't move very fast. If you're not in siege mode, unless something's very tall sitting right in front of you, you're not going to shoot it. But if you can find a good spot where they can't see you, you can use your gun, such as A5 or K5 on Cliff. You can just sit here and cover all the avenues of approach. Cover the middle, you can cover people coming up on the 1 and 2 line, you can cover people on top of the hill, you can hit people that are trying to come around the edge of the cliff.
Enemy armor is hit.
And with 288 millimeters of penetration, you can pen anything. It doesn't care if it's a tier 10. If you really need extra penetration, you can load the gold, then you get 330 millimeters of penetration.
Headshot went right through.
Now the SU-130 PM, or the Scorpion, or the G-SOR, these are all the tier 8 premium tank destroyers you can make work and make a lot of credits. I prefer this one because it's got the really high base penetration, the really good camo values, and the 13 degrees of gun depression.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Also, for some reason, earns more credits than those other tank destroyers that I mentioned.
Headshot went right through.
As you can see, all you have to do is learn the right spot to sit
Gotcha.
and wait for guys to drive in front of your gun. Now, this is all well and good, but if it gets a situation where you're the last tank left and you have to carry, you're probably going to lose because this tank cannot brawl whatsoever. That's one of the advantages of a G-SOR or a Scorpion or a Czechoslovakian tier 8 known as the Shrek. You have turret and you just have a little bit more chance when you're in a brawling situation. This tank is a pure sniper. You have nothing else going for you. But it does it better than any other tank, in my opinion. But what the heck do I know? I'm just a tomato. So far, it's nice even trades. Now where that CS-52 list is sitting, that's a great spot to get crossfires on the guys in the middle. But if you peek out from behind those rocks, then the TDs will get you. And it's just a matter of time. IS-6, of course, has trollish armor.
Penetration. Got him.
At this point, I'm starting to think I'm going to have to do a little bit more than just sit and spin here. I'm starting to think that I need to leave this spot because all of the enemy tanks are going to be leaving my view range, and then I get a gift.
Pad shot went right through.
Now, I didn't get spotted for several reasons.
Enemy armor is hit.
You'll notice I make sure there's a tree or a bush between me and him before I fire. So now I'm thinking we need to get out of here. It's not going to work to stay here anymore. The tanks are not going to be pushing to the north side. So my first thought is I'm going to approach this T-30. If I can get up to edge of E2, sit behind that bush there and let him peek, and I can have a shot down on him, he won't see me. That's the goal anyway. Now the Forest Spirit is probably doing the same thing I was doing. He's been probably sitting up in K5 the whole time. Unfortunately, we lost our tank destroyer. And now I'm waiting to see if the T-30 pokes. You really have to think far ahead with this tank. You have to get in your firing position before you spot the enemy. At this point, I don't think he's going to peek, so I have to come up with a plan B. I'm hoping that the IS-6 is still there. I'm going to come up here and get behind some bushes or trees, use my gun depression, and take out the IS-6. And then I could probably get proxy spotted by the T-30. So I go for a pixel shot. No luck for me. So now I'm just waiting to see if the IS-6 will snapshot me. So of course he'll snapshot me because he's an IS-6.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
And my luck is not good. It's bad enough to be a tomato, and on top of that, have bad luck. So now I'm thinking base defense. I don't know if I should go up onto the hill, or if I should go to A5. But I'm going to see if I can get up on the hill and spot somebody. You can see I'm not the fastest thing in the world. Not the slowest, but not the fastest either. So when you're repositioning and you're out of siege mode, you're probably not going to be able to shoot anything because the gun point's way high in the air. Once in a while, you'll have a tank in front of you that's tall, and you can hit it. Forget hitting lower plates. You gotta hope their turrets turn to the side. And before you can get your gun into a firing position, you gotta wait 2 seconds. So you see them, hit X, get out of siege mode, get into siege mode, and then hope that they don't kill you before you can shoot them. So here I'm going to think about taking a blind shot. And then just as I take the blind shot, he was spotted. Or probably slightly before. I'm old. I don't have the fastest reactions in the world. so I'm not going to be able to shoot down from there. I'm worried about the T-30. So maybe I can come around the side here and sit on that hill. I know he has, I think, 7 degrees of gun depression. I have 13. So I'm going to get ready to shoot just in case. I have a little bit of a push there. Hopefully that can camo me. Alright, I'm getting the hell out of there. So now, he spotted me. I want to make him think that I'm going around the edge of the cliff. But then not go around the edge of the cliff. Right now, I'm trying to figure out where I should sit and wait for them, because that's all I can do. I can't hunt them down right now from this side. There's not enough cover. My camo is not good enough. So I'm thinking I'll sit here and wait for them to come around the cliff. And the EBR tells me it's a bad spot, and I decide to listen to him and pick another spot. 9 times out of 10, whoever's giving me advice is better than me. That's just one of the tomato rules. So now I know where the forest spirit is. I can pin him down. He's not going to be able to get out of there without me seeing him and shooting him. He's got nowhere to go. I'm hoping that their overconfidence will force them to push me. That with the clock running out.
Enemy armor is damaged.
See how I wasn't spotted? That's how good the camo is on this thing.
Headshot went right through.
My camo wasn't good enough apparently. And I got lucky there with the T-30. One nice thing about this tank is it's pretty fast backwards compared to its forward speed. So now they're going to push me like mad dogs. I decide to load HE, and hopefully I can one-shot the forest spirit or light him on fire. I get proxy spot. If he shoots me, I kill him, he rams me, he dies.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
So just to be safe, I decide to load 1 round of gold. And hope that the T-30 pushes me. He could sit still and get a draw, or he could risk it. You want to talk about coming down to the wire? That's down to the
Enemy
wire.
vehicle destroyed.
Did I say this thing can't brawl? Yeah, it usually can't. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. This is Earning Credits in NIST RVS1.